Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Crystal at In-House Crafter. Well, since I didn't get to do my Saturday stitch along horse thing, I thought why not do it today. I missed working on this one, so I decided, I'm going to be working on the horse and sunflower one. As you can tell, this is a pretty big one right here and everything. I have worked on this much of it going up, and it's starting to take form where you can see the horse and everything now. It's a lot of graffiti here in the hair. I'll bring you down. As you can see, I got all this through here, this little bit. I mean, it's a lot of stop and go in yarn, changing out colors, but you can really just see the hair and the waves of the mane on the horse, and the eyes are starting to come in. It looks real pretty. I don't like much from finishing, and I'm really excited because this will be the first one that I've ever finished. So I do have a lot of threads here that's already on it. We are going to start out over here, and our color that I'm going to start with first is 400, and I don't know, it's kind of like a dark rusty brown, maybe red gold looking brown, rusty brown. So we're working in this little sunflower here, so let me roll this up a little bit, make it easier to grip. So how is everybody's Tuesday? Mine has went by in a blur and everything. My cats decided they wanted to wake me up early, like 5 something early. Either they run out of food in the night, or they're just tired of being in the bedroom and they want out. So they feel the need to make all kinds of racket in the bedroom. So I was a little tired today. So, and I was surprised that it did warm up quite a bit today. I didn't think it would hit 70 after being in the 30s all night, but it did. It warmed up, and it was a comfortable 70 too. So I cracked my windows. We didn't run the fans any, but it was comfortable to have the air come through. So that was relaxing for a little while. I did enjoy that. My husband and I ate the rest of the chicken stew that we brought home from Saturday. We had that for supper. I put rice underneath it with some crackers and stuff, and it actually made it taste really good, chicken stew. So we didn't want to waste it. Oh, I got a hair back here. I will be happy when I get this one done. Of course, I'm really excited about November. I got some cool stitch along stuff that I'm wanting to do. I don't want to start it too early, because we're just now getting into the fall stuff for this month. So My husband and I will be going to Bible study tomorrow, so I won't be on tomorrow and everything, but y'all will hear from me Thursday if nothing else is going on. I had a hard time deciding what I really wanted to stitch on tonight. I know I really wanted to stitch on this, but I was like, it ain't Saturday, so... But I was like, I really want to stitch on it. So I decided to go ahead. Heck, why not? I still got plenty of horse ones that I'll stitch on Saturday. Get 2 horse ones in a week. It sounds like it's raining outside. I know earlier when I stepped outside to check the mail, it was raining with the sun out. It's been a while since I've seen it do that. I knew I didn't have that all the way underneath there the right way. Yep, it is raining outside. I had someone comment on my last video how I start mine. And I've been trying to figure out a way to tell them without having to show them on a video, so I just may have to show them here on this video how I start mine. Okay, yeah, I got one more spot for this red over here. Okay, so how I start mine is there's many ways of doing it. You can tie a knot in the end of your string here and bring it through the back, or you can run your stitches underneath your fabric like this to pull the thread through, you know, but make sure that you don't pull it all the way through, and then bring it back through the other side and cross stitch over your string there. Or I recently learned this and it works a lot better for me. It just, to me, it's a whole lot neater. I run mine up underneath just one stitch here. I take it up. Now, normally I don't leave a long tail on here unless, you know, I can. See, like I've got like 3 of them here. So I can leave a little bit right there for it. And then I just push through the middle of that, one that I pulled that up in. And then I bring it down lightly. And then I start doing my cross stitching to cover up over just that little bit of thread that's in front. Now if you leave a long tail, yeah, you can clip it. Let's say if it's like, you know, like right here, you want to leave a longer tail, you know, to make sure you got it. You can clip that little tail. These little one areas where it's just one stitch of, you know, red, you can do it like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. But that's about the easiest way that I can tell a person how I start my cross stitch. I just recently learned it and I was like, ooh, let me try it. And I fell in love with it. So that is my version of starting it. But there is so many versions of starting your own cross stitch. I know I've done many different versions. And there we go. there's that color out of the way. Alright, where's my other color at? Now these are up here, a little higher up. This is a purple color. And it's color 3041, this one right here. So, yeah. And it's basically right here where I got it started, just like I just showed you and everything. I hadn't even stitched over it yet. I had just stitched into it. I have a method to my madness here. If I can work downward on this thing, I can not be so overwhelmed. Now, since I've worked from the bottom up, now I'm working from the top down a little bit. Because after a while, having to do the stop and go trick to get every little inchy color done, you get aggravated and you get wore out. So I went to doing bigger sections just so that I don't get, you know, bored with it so much. And there for a while I was getting bored. I was like so fed up with this one that I was like, you know what, I need a break. So I was like, alrighty then. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday evening. My husband and I have gotten into watching Haven on Peacock. I've watched it before and everything, but you know, we're into watching it again. Don't know why in particularly, but we are. He has a habit of turning the TV off at the wrong time when it's left at a cliffhanger. It's a good thing my son has an account with Peacock too. I go in his and I finish watching the episode. And my husband wonders how I know it so much. Well, I just got a good memory. Nah, not really. I watch the episodes ahead of time. So that way he knows. I came close to dragging out that stitch frame thing that I have. The only problem is every time you go to fasten off your yarn and everything, it's a pain in the butt to deal with. Well, almost done with this color. My cats are behaving tonight. They're not hollering at me. By now I would have had at least 2 or 3 scratches at the door, begging to come in. Oh great, I just pulled that right off the needle. Well, I usually only do that on short pieces, but this ain't a short piece. I have gotten in the habit now, and I've been doing it for quite some time. Ooh, sorry, camera. A lot of these kits come with long strands of yarn, and I've gotten to where I'll cut mine in half just so that I'm not fraying the yarn so much, because after a while it becomes so weak, it becomes fuzzy, and it becomes no good. So I've been doing that on a lot of the other kits that I've been working with, stitching on. So yeah. So who knows, I may start doing it on this one. I was going to drag out my diamond painting, but then I was like, not yet. I don't trust the cats just yet. Much as I would love to. Mimi would leave me alone, but Butler, ooh, that cat. You'd see his eyes get the biggest saucers, and you'd see them little wheels just kick-starting in his head like, ooh, what can I do with all that? It would be on. So. But we're almost done here. Gonna call it a good night here just in a second. Kind of hard to grip this and stitch at the same time because there's a lot of wad up in my hand here. But anyhow, I might manage to. Alright everyone, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of when my next video comes out. You can also find me on Instagram and Etsy. Until next time, happy stitching!